Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing about the Power Query parameters. Okay. Uh, so I have the data here. Okay. This is my data. So here today I'll be discussing the parameter, how you can apply the parameter in Power Query. Okay. We'll use dynamic power parameters. Okay. To select the month, like here we have, you can see the different month. And we have here different years. Okay, and on the left hand side, if you come here, you'll have the country. Okay, the country and the products, these are the data we have. So we'll be selecting the column dynamically from the Excel. Okay, and we'll load the data into the new workbook. Okay, so let me close this file and open the new Excel sheet. Okay, so this is my new Excel workbook. Okay, so first thing what we have to do, we need to go to the data, go to get data, and from file, from workbook. Then we need to select the data. Okay, so where is our data? We have to go to the download folder. Okay, new file, and this is our data financial. Click import. Select the sheet 1. Okay, and click transform data, and it will launch the Power Query. Okay, so this is our data. Okay, so here we'll be discussing about the parameters. Okay, this is the parameters. Okay, so let me load this data into Excel workbook existing. I'll load it here basically and click on okay. Now the data has been loaded. Okay, so now what we are trying to do, let us take the column headers of this file. Okay, so copy the whole column header, come to the new file, and just come and transpose and paste it. Okay, so this is our data. Okay, now what we need to do is we can remove the column which we do not require. Okay, so let me remove this one. We do not want this column. We'll keep only the country, product, month, name, year. Okay, so this is our column. Basically these are the column we need. Okay, so what we need to do, we can go to again the Power Query, double click there and right click this sheet 1 and make a duplicate. Okay, so let us make duplicate. Now we'll just make this query as a dynamic. Just make the columns. Okay, then select the country column, product. Okay, press Control from keyboard, select the product, go towards right. We have here month, name, press Control and then press Control to the year and right click in the column header, remove other columns. Okay, so right now we have here country, products, month, name, and the year. Now we need to load this data. Okay, so let us load in different sheet. Okay, so the data is loaded. Let me load this data. Right click, load it to table. I think the data has been already loaded. Second. Okay, so this is our data. Now it is loaded. Okay, so we have country, we have product, you have month name and the year. Okay, and this is our the complete data. Okay, and this is our condition. So here, based on the condition, let's say we have country. So we have country, we have different countries. Okay, like Germany, France, Canada, Mexico. So we'll make the drop down here. Okay, and and similar way we'll make the drop down for the product and drop down for the month name and the year. Okay, so we'll make the drop down, dynamic drop down. Okay, so whatever the columns are here, let's say how many country we have right now. You can see here 3 plus 2, how many? 5. So 5 country, the dynamically the drop down will be created here. Okay, so let us create the drop down. So what we can do, we can go to here under data tab, and this is data validation. And what you can do, you can click on the list. Okay, now here we need to write the formula. So write here indirect. Okay, indirect, and close the bracket. So here one thing you need to make sure that your data is in the calls sheet. Okay, so you here make the bracket and write here calls. Okay, then when inside the calls, this is the sheet name. Okay, now inside the calls, in the row A, column A, we have the data column, the country column. Okay, so here we need to select. So here what you need to do, you remove this data. Okay, and make the bracket. Okay, and then type the code. Again type the and symbol, and here you write A1, which is this column. Okay, and then again type the and symbol and close the bracket and close the this one bracket. Okay, and then close the whole bracket and this one, then click OK. Now as you can see here, all the countries dynamically picked. Okay, so you can select either any of the country here. Okay, and if you want, you can put the another formula, otherwise just copy this formula and paste it down. Okay, so here if you come now product, it will automatically move to the product. Okay, again copy and paste it to the month name. So again it will automatically it will pick the months. Okay, and again you just copy this formula and paste it over here. So it is coming, the automatically it is picking the dates. Okay, that's sorry, the year. Okay, so now we have created the dynamically the columns, correct? Sorry, the drop downs. Okay, so the drop down has been created now. Now what we need to do is now next thing, let me make this in the table view. Okay, so this is our country is Germany. This is our product is Velo. Different product are here inside. Okay, so you can choose any of the product. Month we have from January to December, year. Now what we need to do to load this data in the Power Query, we need to name this range. Okay, so this both range is like a country. Okay, so you can put here as a country. Okay, now select next column, the next row, and put this as a product. Okay, similar way you can select this two and make as a name month. Okay, we are giving the range name. Okay, basically this is called name range. So then this become year. Okay, now this data is okay to load in Power Query now. Okay, so now what you need to do, you can go here on the data. Okay, and click this one from table range. Okay, so now this will launch the country and remove this first step, remove the promote header step. This is our country, Germany, it is showing. So now what we need to do, right click and drill down. Okay, so it is become as a text. So now what you need to do, you can select this code. Basically after source, copy this data, copy, remove this step. Okay, and then come here and paste it. So this become our text. This has become country. Okay, so now go here and the home tab, close and load to, and create only connection, because this data we are not going to load any of the sheet. Okay, so just create and only create connections. Similar way, you select this one and go here, table range. Okay, remove these two steps. Okay, and click this, right click, drill down. Then again similar way, you select this data. Okay, copy or remove the navigation step and paste it over here. So basically we are just taking 0 means the first row, and the column name is 2. So we are selecting only the first data from column 2. This is the logic. Okay, the similar way, you just go here, click, close and load only as a connection. Okay, then again do the similar thing for the month name. Okay, we need to repeat these steps. Again right click, drill down, and then copy, remove these steps, remove this step and come to the source step and paste it over here. Okay, so this become our month, and only create connection. Okay, last year, let us do for year also, because we want everything to be dynamic. We do not want to make the data like every time we need to do manual tasks. So this we are making as a dynamic. Okay, so everything, once we select the data from our sheet, the data should automatically pick. Okay, so copy this step, this data, and come here and then paste it. Okay, so this become year. Now let us load this as a connection. Okay, create only connection. So our data, all the 4 criteria we loaded in Power Query as a connection only. Okay, so this is our columns, this is our drop down, basically we can say. Okay, this is our drop down, and this is our complete data. So in this one we'll apply this parameters. Okay, these parameters will be applying in our data. So let us double click this sheet 1 and go to Power Query. Now what we need to do is, first we'll apply the country. Okay, so the country is here. So this is our data. Let us apply the country. So country, you can come here and select any of the country. Okay, any of the country you select. Let us select the Canada. So the Canada data is filtered out. Okay, so now it is, since it is hard coding the country name. Okay, here you can see it's generated one new code. Okay, table that select rows, and this is change type means the previous step, and every rows the core country should be Canada. So instead of hard coding, we can just delete this, and this parameter we can bring it here. Okay, which we just created. So we can type here country. Okay, you can see now it is selected. Okay, now you just load this data again. So what will happen, it is giving you the country Germany only data. You can see here on the German, if you go here you can see only Germany. But if you come to the sheet 2, the drop down what you prepared, if you come here, okay, if you come here and change this to Canada and come to your data and right click here, then refresh. Sorry, I'm not having the mouse. Okay, so it is little slow. You can see here the data automatically changed to Canada. Now if you come here, now we'll apply another parameter, product. Okay, so you come here and the data is here. Okay, so in the product, okay, in the product, let us take any of the product. Okay, and here again remove this data. Okay, remove this data and type here product. You can see nothing has been changed. Okay, the data coming automatically, the same logic what we are applying, and then you come to the towards right and select any of the month. Okay, so let us select here April, and this hard coding data you just remove. Okay, and type here month, which is this parameter, and then year. You come here, and now it is, since it is showing only 1 year, so here we need to remove this true and put here each year. Year column is equal to, we need to put here bracket. After each, we need to put here bracket. It's equal to year. Now it is showing empty. Okay, because we have selected that the year which is not matching here, that's why it is showing as empty. Okay, so we'll change in Excel sheet, no problem. This is no issue. Close and load. Now the data is showing empty. Okay, so now what we need to do here, we can just go here and change to 2014, and let us say what is coming here. Right click, refresh. Now you can see whatever the parameter we have given here, the data will select automatically here. Okay, so let us make this as a another country, United States, and then select here any of the product, change the month. Let us take December 2024 and come in this set and refresh. You can do refresh from here. So automatically the data will give you based on the parameter what we have applied. Okay, this is the logic I wanted to show you. In my next video, I will make another parameter to select the seat means you can see here the source. Currently it is speaking from here, so this one will make the dynamic, and navigation step, this one also will make as a dynamic as a seat which is showing here to pick from the Excel sheet what we are defining in the Excel here in the parameter. Okay, so that I'll make my next video. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you guys.